Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. In the last episode, we faced off against the likes of the Spark Hunter known best as the teleporting temptress, Midnight. Although she tried her best in evading our pursuits and attacking her, she was no match for her old ex-buddy, Edge's, with the fact that, well, let's be honest here, with her being able to use her increased movement to completely counter her teleportation capabilities, and save the day once and for all, saving our new friend and ally Rabbid Rosalina, while also reuniting her with Captain Orion, putting an end to our rescue mission, while also heavily preparing us for the next world of our adventure, since we obtained the final Dark Mess Crystal we needed to unlock our next jump points, all the way to a world only known to us as Palette Prime. But, with that being said, we are officially technically done with Pristine Peaks, but the thing is like we did with Beacon Beach, we are going to be trying to complete the world, since, well, although it is saved now from the likes of Midnight, we still have a little bit left to go, since, let's be honest here, we still have a couple missions. I don't know if we're going to be doing Who You Gonna Call yet, because that is a little bit higher of a level, but everything else I think we can easily do. Since, let's be honest here, we have a couple missions, and honestly, if we do have enough levels for it, we'll try and do this one. I'm not as sure about that one. I'm gonna be honest, that might be like the what we did with the Ginormous Goomba one, where we waited till after we did a decent amount of Pristine Peaks here before we went and did it, and went back to Beacon Beach to do it. So, with that being said, honestly, let's get right into our first mission of today, Secret of the Cave, to defeat the Dark Mess Puddle here. And we ended up finding this while we were making our way over to the palace, so this one is actually pretty easy. Also, wait a minute. Wait, now I'm confused. I swear. Oh, wait a minute. I know what I did wrong. I got confused for a second with my movement. Okay. We were close to it, but we went through the wrong entrance. It's back here. I don't know how I messed that one up. But here it is, Secret of the Cave. And also, like I promised, I did look at the Spark in between episodes. And it was not joking about this. So, yes, it says that it does extra damage. But the thing is it actually goes up based off the current damage you're doing. So, although it just says it does 358, it actually goes up to like 510. With the fact of increasing from the Starburst here, from the extra damage, as well as the fact of the extra move ability damage here, it actually is an unseen extra bit of damage that we don't see right away. So this Vamp Dash that we got from the secret area in the last episode is actually, it's much better than I realized. I wasn't sure if it was going to be better than our Electro Dash, but I think Electro Dash has officially been, well, let's be honest here, been swapped out, because that's a dash with the 30% extra ability movement, plus it can be leveled up for more later, once we hit level 21. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be good. I'm going to definitely be honest there, but here we are, the Secret of the Cave. Survive. Okay, so it's another one of these survive missions, although it's only 3 turns. That doesn't seem too hard. All I see is a deep freeze. Okay, well, 3 deep freezes over there, they have to walk all the way over here. So as long as we don't go over there, we're safe, right? I would think so. And then the bomb-bombs, we can just deal with them on our own. Okay, that doesn't seem too hard at all. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, we don't need to do anything special here yet. So as long as we do this right, we can do this pretty easily, I think. Thing is we want to definitely deal with these bomb-bombs, I think. I think that's definitely an option. So, I think Edge is probably going to make her way over here. I think, just based on the extra movement we have capability for doing in general. Because let's be honest here, Edge has a lot she could do on her own if she does it right. So, as long as we, double check our surroundings, make sure we're doing things right, we can easily deal with a bunch of enemies on our own. So, obviously, getting rid of these bomb-bombs are definitely not a bad idea, for sure. Sadly, I can't, get in range of both of them. But I might be able to Nope, deep freeze isn't close enough. I was hoping I could maybe do something along the lines of, well, bashing in this Bomb-Omb and maybe hitting the deep freeze at the same time, but we obviously can't do that yet. But that's not a bad, like, bit of turn there, to be completely fair. But this one, I think it's going to be a little bit different. I think what we do is obviously grab this Bomb-Omb. Sadly, we had to waste our exhaust dash on that, but it doesn't look like he can hit the deep freeze from here, but we can break his cover, which may actually be pretty good. And other than that, I think what Princess, actually, Rabid Princess Peach might not be able to do exactly what I was hoping. But the thing is we might be able to still do it at the same time. I think what we need to do, obviously, is actually, wait, maybe. I might be able to easily get rid of that guy as well. Yeah, we can definitely go for something like this, the Sky Rain Burn, and obviously drop some meteors on top of this Bomb-Omb, while also technically kind of breaking the cover here, because if something does decide to end up spawning on top of us, it may actually, you know, be good for us. But so far so good, and depending on whatever ends up spawning, because I am 100% we're going to get a teleporting monster on top of us, let's be honest here, there's no way there's not going to be at least one. And I think, like, right around here should be pretty good, because then we can easily get rid of that Bomb-Omb, while also staying somewhat close to Rosalina, where if we do need to make giant bits of movement, we easily can. So, not bad. Definitely not bad. And then I think we might... Nope, I don't think we can, actually. Maybe. It's a very iffy maybe. But we might be able to actually start whacking on this deep freeze over here. While also maybe taking... Yep, we can take advantage of his movement. So I think that's probably what we should do. So let's do a little bit extra damage to this guy. Because, let's be honest, we have a lot of crits. We have the little scream guy on us, so we get 25% extra crit chance. So it's definitely worth going for any kind of extra damage there. Oh! Wait. I thought you had to be on top of me to do that. Really? Okay, then. I'm more surprised you were able to do it like that. Okay, then. That's new to me. I swear that that shouldn't have worked, but apparently it did. Huh. Well, we're kind of stuck here, so I'm not really sure how I feel about that one. And I'm pretty sure the other guys are just in range to frostbite me a second time. Yeah, that shouldn't have worked. Oh, well, I guess the technique is what happened there. Huh. Okay, then. Well, that's kind of unfortunate. Just because of the fact that, well, I can't really do much about that. We could make them run away from us. Maybe that's an option. You know what, that's probably what we'll end up doing. So let's definitely go for another Kaboomer, since the extra crit is definitely worth trying to go for. Now let's force them to go away from us, because the Whoops Gotta Go should help us out a little bit. Because we might just be out of range to the point where we're not going to get, like, completely jumped by the game. Because the game's definitely going to try that in a second. But I think we should be fine for the most part now. Just because that was kind of unfortunate, just to be honest. But I think what we can do is we might be able to maybe just stay out of range of everything now. As long as we kind of like stay kind of like packed together in the bottom left of the map, I think we're pretty good. Because the thing is whatever spawns out of those portals is probably the only thing we really need to worry about. Oh, Bomb-Ombs. Ow. I'm guessing a bunch of Bomb-Ombs, I'm guessing. Yep, ow. Please stop. Help. Please no. Okay, Rosalina's definitely done for. I'm sorry, Rosalina. There was literally nothing I could have done there, just because that deep freeze actually caught me off guard with that. I didn't know that they could do it from long range like that, but apparently they can. Huh. You learn something new. You definitely learn something new every day, I guess. Because that did not seem like that should have went the way it did. And it ended up being pretty bad for us, honestly. Well, I'm definitely getting rid of you, just because of the fact that you froze me like that, so I hope you like some Bomb-Ombs, because I'm not letting you get away with that anymore. And honestly, we only have one turn left, so you know what? I think it's literally just get Rabbid Peach and Edge out of here, honestly, because since Rosalina's down, we only have to worry about well, Peach and Edge, and, well, let's be honest here, Edge can run pretty far, so let's be honest here, we'll definitely take what we can get. And then, honestly, probably just like this. And I think we have done this one pretty easily. Not gonna lie, we definitely are probably done here. Because now the enemies are gonna move, and unless there's like something really, really fast in that portal that's gonna spawn from both of those, which it seems like it's just gonna be bomb-bombs, I think we're perfectly fine. But yeah, that freeze status effect from the deep freeze was definitely what did Rosalina in there. That was just unfortunate. That wasn't really my fault, to be honest, because I've never seen the deep freeze enemy do something like that. I didn't even know they could do that. Just because of the fact that I thought they had to punch you to give you freeze. But apparently, well, it's not the case. Apparently they could just do that, and, well, it hurts. It definitely hurts. But, jeez. Wow, okay. We'll definitely be more careful around those enemies. I thought, well, because we dealt with a bunch of them already, I thought they didn't have that just capability to just smack me like that. But apparently they do. Huh. Definitely scary. Huh. But, now that we understand that, I'm never doing that again. Because, now I know that they can actually hit that with a little bit extra range than I really realized. Because I swear we were on top of those enemies before, like that, and, well, they didn't do that, they just ended their turn. So, huh. Definitely weird, but, well, poor Rosalina definitely found out what happens when you give them a little bit of an edge against you. But honestly, with that being said, let's get into our next one, since this one's literally right next to it, might as well do it next. But Brothers in Arms. Well, Mario hasn't really talked, so I'm kind of wondering how this one's going to start. An analysis on this dark mist puddle reveals that it will take the skill of a long-range specialist to overcome. I wonder if Luigi's going to talk. He talked, like, barely in the very beginning, but I guess we'll find out if he actually does talk in the game. I'm 100% Mario won't, just because of everything to do with Mario in all these games. First to volunteer, Luigi, representing That's My Boy. Yeah, it looks like both of them don't talk anymore. There, you see, Mario, the original, always has his brother's back. Whoop, whoop. Whoop, whoop. BeepO. You always find a way to crack me up, buddy. But, Brothers in Arms, so this is only Mario and only Luigi. So, whatever we're dealing with, it's a reach area. Okay, that doesn't seem too bad. Okay. Doesn't look too bad. I see a lone wolf, I think. Or is that a scoper? I think they're all scopers, actually. So, if it's just scopers, this shouldn't be too bad. Just because of the fact that these enemies aren't too terrifying. They can be. But the thing is, to be honest, I'm more scared of the lone wolf enemy, to be completely fair. But okay. So Luigi and Mario. Doesn't look too hard yet. But it really is up to whatever the enemies try and do. We might be able to... Ooh, we could get a 900 in U. I like the idea of that, actually. Let's go for a shock attack here, since I think Electro Blast here might be able to help us out a little bit. And if we can get rid of one of these enemies, I'll be pretty good with that. Ooh, we got him. Okay, perfect. I'll definitely take it. Oh, but I was wanting to actually bounce off of you. Oops. Should have probably moved the Mario first, then. Maybe we can work with this. Well, he's going to just turn around the cover and not actually move, so there's no reason to use a hero sight here. So I guess we'll just end turn. I was going to bounce, but sadly didn't get the chance to do so. But thankfully we should be able to use it now. So obviously, probably move Luigi a little bit closer to the edge here. Thankfully, the circle gave us a little bit extra, which is nice. But I'm definitely going to say we definitely jump over. Hopefully have enough to the point where... Nope, didn't get it. But we did get on top of you, so that's not bad. Okay. Well, Luigi's probably just going to move, it looks like here. Because, well, let's be honest here, there's not much where Luigi can go in this instance. We can try and go as far as we can, though. And, ooh, I don't know why I just did that. That was really... that's more the reason why you have a confirm button on attacking, to be honest. But, yeah, that was... maybe I can work with this. I can work with this, maybe. Let's just blast him from the sky, and then we might be able to get close enough to the point where we can do something like that. Okay, not bad. Well, Luigi's not going to really be able to use much of this, but we might be able to do something with it. Hopefully I hit him to make up for... Well, didn't get to make up for it. But, yeah, that was not exactly my plan, to be completely fair there. It just ended up working the way that it did. And it was not intentional, but unfortunate that it did work out that way, just because I meant to actually attack there, and that was kind of embarrassing that it worked out that way. But thankfully the guy's not moving, so honestly getting hit a couple times doesn't really affect me here, I think. It's just that we do need to be a little bit more careful with doing stuff like that, because that was not the smartest idea, to be completely fair. But we can still work with that, though, just because of the fact that we should be able to, which, yeah, thankfully we can go for you. Can I knock you out? No, I can't. Well, we can dash you, so maybe we can use that to our advantage. And what we can do, probably, because Mario's definitely not in range of the other person, so let's just make sure this scoper's down. And then, honestly, I think we maybe... Well, actually, you're in full vision, actually. Wait a minute. So I think we probably should go for a shock attack on you, just because you want to be sitting out in position. So I think we definitely go for that. No reason not to. Definitely a little bit of shock damage will come a long way, for sure. But other than that, I don't think... Yeah, hero sight doesn't reach over there. So we don't worry about the hero sight in this instance. Definitely, well, our block is broken, but you guys both moved into a position where I can hit you easily. So that might actually be good. Although the the portal. Yeah, the portal's a different situation, though. That's for sure. Definitely a different situation there. For this instance, there's a scoper up top, 2 of them there. I'm gonna say more than likely, we're probably gonna have scopers spawning out of the portal, so we need to be very careful about our next movement. I might be able to take advantage of this, though, while we're in the air. So let's definitely get rid of you. Actually, wait a minute. Yeah, get rid of you, hit you, and then we try and get behind cover before we fall out of the ground, I think. Just be in range of at least being able to jump back there if we need to. Okay, not bad. Definitely not a bad movement. We can get closer, but the thing is in this instance, that may not be the thing that we want to do, just because of the scopers. But you're resistant to frostbite, so we definitely don't go frostbite on you. But we definitely, I think, go back here. Oh, actually, we don't hit that from there. Really? That's surprising. That's very surprising, actually. Really? Okay. Well, thing is we might be able to still get rid of you. I just need to probably go back to where it was, like that. But the only thing is does he shoot me and then run? Or does he stand and then attack? Because he could go for both. I'm going to say he's probably going to stand. So we might be able to just go for the hit here. And if we do knock him out with a crit, maybe. Nope, didn't get a crit. But that doesn't look too bad. We could probably work with that. And then other than that, I'm going to say probably set up Steely Stare, depending on what enemies end up spawning out of that portal. And hope this ends up going good, honestly. Just because I'm not really sure how this is going to go. But Luigi's probably good. He has a 50% dodge right there. So it's not like it's like the worst possible thing for him to go through right now. But I set up definitely setting up a hero site here is probably going to be smart. So having both our hero sites active may actually give us some bonuses. And we ended up getting rid of that guy before he was able to get too close. So not bad. Although our portal's going to start spawning. And it looks like it spawns multiple enemies. Don't like that at all. Definitely don't like that. Well, that's a fire stooge. Okay. So it spawns a normal enemy. That's not too bad. Although, not really sure how we're going to work with it. Just because of the fact that, well, let's be honest here, the game's definitely going to play favorites here. Although, Mario has an extra time in the air. So I have an idea here. I think what we do is we definitely jump off of Luigi with Mario here. Because Mario's still got a bunch of health left. So if we stomp on you and fly as fast as we possibly can, we can make it to the reach area. And just like that, battle cleared. Gotta love the stomp boost that we get for gliding. Because that extra turn definitely, extra bit of, just motion gave us exactly what we needed. And also we got a new skin for Luigi. May actually use that, because Luigi's weapon there is actually pretty cool to actually, put on little skins onto. Because so far, the ones that we have actually work pretty well with them. Although, it's not as green as I was wanting it to be. But it does kind of match his pants and his... It's like a very bluish green there. So technically is blue and green, let's be honest here. But it kind of matches his overalls a little bit too, so it might actually work better. So, Rabbids on Pristine Peaks that want to build the galaxy's largest ski jump gave you this for the battling a dark mess puddle. Well, thanks. We'll definitely take it. Thanks, game. But definitely good to have, just in general. And then we also got Luigi's memory. So that was one of our missing memories for here. So let's see here. Luigi. I have had the honor to observe Luigi, Mario's brother, a formidable hero in his own right. Though his tactics, as with many things involving the siblings, are both contradictory and complementary. Luigi thrives when striking from long range, behind cover. He also has a special ability that allows him to attack reflexively at the slightest hint of movement that catches his eye, even at long distances. And then Mario would be, short distances, but still pretty cool though. And yeah, they definitely are pretty contradictory. Mario's short range, Luigi's long range, Mario's kind of medium range to be completely fair. But they definitely are contradictory to each other, that's for sure. But let's throw on our team again, just because, like I said, with Edge, Rosalina is a brand new character like Edge. And honestly, I want to, focus on them. Since any new character, I want to definitely focus a little bit more on, because, let's be honest here, we had a lot of time to work with any of the other characters in Kingdom Battle. And we did, at some points, we did get a little bit extra time. But, let's see here. I know where this one is. But this one's down here, so we should probably finish this one. So let's take a little quick travel to the WM arc, and hopefully use that to get a little bit closer, because it should be just inside. Also, wait, Orion moved over here. Hey, buddy, what's going on with you?
Be well, Rabbid Rosalina.
Well, we'll definitely take good care of her.
With my Rabbid Rosalina on board, Cursa doesn't stand a jelly Orion its chance in a shimmering Helopius nest. Ha!
Well, yes. Thanks, Orion. I didn't think he would move down here, but he did. Huh. Interesting. Because, I just didn't expect it, just because of the fact that, let's be honest here, I thought he would probably stay near the palace, but he wasn't over there, and apparently he just moved over by our WM arc, just like, with Augie, where Augie moved over, Augie was over there, to be honest, but still, though, it's pretty cool. Well, it costs 160 coins to fully heal. Probably a good idea now. You know what, we'll do it, just so we don't have to use our first turn to heal, Rosalina with, Rabbid Peach, just in case, but Icy Cave of Dark Mess. Let's get on into it. Another mission. Only thing is how hard's it going to end up being? That's the real question. Because let's be honest here, some missions do follow our levels sometimes, so it might be increased difficulty compared to what it would have been earlier. And honestly, I see some deep freezes, so be careful. Only have to defeat scopers though. Okay. Well, there's a scoper all the way over by the deep freezes, so I guess that answers that question. Although, let's see where all of them are. One's next to us. One's hiding over here. Any behind us? Nope, just the one that was already there. Okay, so 2 scopers in the back area with the deep freezes. 1 in front of them, and then 1 hiding in the corner there. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. So, in essence, what we should do, perchance, is definitely get rid of the guy next to us for sure. So, start up the turbocharge immediately is definitely for sure what we're gonna do. Because a 50% boost we get from that now is literally way too good to pass up, let's be honest there. And then, for normally dashing into you, we do 900. Oh well, you have 900 HP. We do 300 normally. But now we can test out the vamp dash that I wanted to show you guys. So this thing is pretty good, especially with the turbocharge. Because we do 537 damage, and that's coming off of the, just in general, from Ethereal here, as well as the Vamp Dash guy that we have. So, yeah, definitely gonna be pretty good. So, dash into you, get you a nice chunk of your HP out of the way. Probably dash you again. And then hold on to our last one for a second. And let's start moving everybody upwards. Since now we're done with that guy, we can easily start dealing with the other side of the map. Okay, so how do we want to do this? I can get over there and start dealing with him. Since, let's be honest here, we should be pretty good to move over to that side of the map, which is probably what I'm going to end up doing, because that sounds pretty good to me. Being able to kind of deal with this guy might actually be what we want to do. Thankfully, just in range for that too. Could have been pretty weird there, but thankfully it ended up working. We'll wait for the flying blade though. But now we need to figure out what we want to do here. Well, we can't get in range at the current moment over there, but that doesn't mean that we can't do nothing. Because what we can do is definitely... I see an idea here. Because the thing is all we need is Rabbid Peach over here. Because the thing is these guys are weak to the fire aspect of just everything. Only thing is we can't go for it right away. Which doesn't really affect us too heavily. As long as, you know, we take full advantage of what we can. But, sadly we can't get everybody close together, which is what I really want to do. But, we definitely can do a little bit to this guy over here. So we can definitely use that to our advantage. And then I say just trying to get her into safety for the time being. While Edge obviously gets rid of this guy. Because, honestly, this guy shouldn't survive much longer. And I think we might crit him here, too. Yep, we did. And yep, that was enough. I wasn't sure if it was going to be, but it ended up being just exactly what we needed. Okay, here comes the deep freeze. We focus the deep freezes, I think, here. I don't think we trust the scoper to be a safe option. Because normally, yeah, the scoper would be a better option here. But the thing is because of the fact of how these deep freezes work, once we get locked into position, it's pretty much over. Let's be honest there. There is nothing good that's going to come out of letting them do that. Although, I do see an option. Although I don't think I'm going to make that jump. Let's see. Because this kind of gives you an idea if you will make it. Oh, yeah, we're kind of close. Where Edge is standing, maybe. That's a very, very iffy maybe, though. Well, let's see. Rosalina, what do we got? Because whatever you give us, we might or might not make this. If we do, I'll be very surprised. But, you know what? We're going to go for it. I'm going to be very surprised if we make this, though. Yeah, we didn't make it. At least we tried. At least we tried. So, it's not the worst thing. And plus, we do have the ability to completely make it so we're not seen. So, could be much worse, to be honest. But we're definitely going burn attack here, I think. Because of the fact that deep freezes are scared of it. So that's definitely worth going for. Is there a way to get in range of those enemies? Not really sure from this instance. I say definitely go for Deep Freeze though. Maybe he'll come closer. And he did. Which I'm kind of terrified of, to be honest, but maybe we can work with this, just because as long as I move out of range, for the most part. Only thing is, do we get rid of you? That's the real question. Well, we can definitely do the Sky Rain, so I guess we go for that then, because we burn you again. Only thing is you might start running again. And if you run closer to me, I'm not really sure as much of if this is a good idea or not. But that did kind of move you out of Peach's range. Nope, it hits both of us. Okay then. Well, if I move over here, maybe I might be able to kind of work against it. Because the thing is Rabbid Peach is kind of in a safe zone. Because the enemies are going to come to her anyways. So, no matter what, we're in a good spot. Only thing is I'm not sure if it's actually going to freeze us or not. That's the real thing. Let's see. Yep, they gave us Frostbite. I'm not too worried about it, I think. But I do think what we do is definitely Flying Blade the Scoper over here, and then turn invisible. Because they'll leave Edge alone, as long as Edge is invisible, for sure. So, better off like that, for sure. But thankfully, now that everybody else is kind of in a good, decent position, the Frostbite doesn't really affect Rabbid Peach at the moment. It's more the fact that, well, we can't really move from where we were, but now we can move perfectly fine. And I think we're one turn off of being able to do exactly what we want to do, but that's not bad. Okay, so first things first is figuring out what we want to do over there. And that's definitely Vamp Dash for sure. So let's definitely set that up real quick, because we need to deal with Mr. Deep Freeze over there real quick, while also being in a good position of hitting a bunch of things at the same time. Because I think I might be able to dash into both of you. Not really, apparently, even though you're like right next to each other, but we're definitely gonna hit you a couple times, I think. Because I feel safer doing that, to be completely honest. But definitely go for another. Okay. Well, before we worry about anything else there, let's make sure how much damage we're going to do here. Because as soon as we go for this damage, I think that's when we'll be completely sure of our actual movement now. Because as long as, we're in a safety zone of some sort, while also being able to do a big chunk of damage as well, may actually do us some good. Well, you can put him to sleep again, which may be an option. So, you know what? Yeah, put him to sleep. We get the increased damage from them being asleep in general, so it might end up being better. Because as long as this guy's down, I feel pretty good about it. So far so good. We might be able to do a dash in there too. I'm thinking that might be an option. Only thing is we gotta drop really, really close to him to do it. I'm not really sure about it, just to be honest. But it's definitely worth a shot. I just need to be in a range like that, just so we get the free dash, and then we run for our lives out of his range. Because as soon as we blast him, we need to be out of there as soon as possible. Okay, this should work. This should definitely work. Well, for dashing you, it is... Oof. Well, it did wake him up, and that wasn't exactly... Well, we have the 65% chance to crit. You know what? It's probably gonna knock him out anyways. Let's see. No, he survived. Really? Huh. Okay, then. Well, I was not expecting that one. But I think we get him anyways. I think he's probably done as soon as we throw the Flying Blade here. Just because of the fact that, yeah, that's gonna definitely do just enough. Other than that, is there a way to get out of the range of that Frostbite? Really? That's still in there? I'm not even in the circle. Okay, then. I'll see how that counts, but okay, then. Huh. Weird. Apparently that doesn't work for us. But, we definitely get rid of you. Deep Freeze needs to go down. I don't need him completely freezing my motions, just because that could be very not good for us if we let it. Other than that, couple options to go for, but really there's no way of getting this guy. Really. You would think that one of those blasts would be able to do enough, but apparently not. Okay then. Well, we definitely need to start doing damage to these scopers, though, now that their buddies are out of the way. And let's definitely go for a heal as well, because Rabbid Peach is probably going to get hit a couple times here. And 400 damage per hit is probably not the best thing, I'm gonna be honest. And plus, Rabbid Peach is over there technically by herself. So, yeah, it's kind of depending on that. But it's only doing 200. I was thinking that they were going to crit more often, to be honest. They were pretty accurate with their shots, though, to be honest, though. For the most part. Also, I see a freebie. Hello. Also, we could also set up turbocharge, but let's get Rabid Rosalina over here first, before we start thinking about that one. Just because of the fact that we may have an idea here, in ways that we can deal with these enemies. I think we can get about there is good. Because it doesn't seem like range affects the effect of the Kaboomer weapon that Rabid Rosalina holds. So as long as we're, like, perfectly in a decent position, we get a freebie. And also we completely blast through that, that's funny. So we don't even need to worry about that side. I'm definitely dashing both of you guys, though. I'm not giving you any freebies. See you later, buddies. And, here you go, Kaboomer. Poor guy. But, there we go. Another mission done. Not bad. And also, I think we might get level 16 from this. Yep, we did. Good to see. More skill prisms will definitely come in handy. And the more we have, the more we can take advantage of our skill trees, especially edges, because of the fact of, well, we have the star branch. The only thing is we haven't got to use it yet. Because there's some options that I'm wanting to go for, but the thing is you need a lot of star pieces in order to get up there. So as soon as we get the skill prisms for maybe this one, I'm definitely going to say we save. Because being able to vamp dash, vamp dash and keep my 25% of being able to have a new action may actually be pretty good. And also just a chance of, being able to survive after being almost knocked out is also good. As well as a 35% chance to avoid a cooldown altogether. Definitely this refresher, as well as the spark energy or things that I want to go for at some point here. In the very near future. Only thing is when we get it, who knows. But we're definitely getting closer. And actually, we're getting really close to either being able to get the extra dash or... Actually, wait a minute, we might be able to, actually. I might go for the critical dash, though, for the time being. Just so we could try it out, because it says that it does extra damage after doing a dash. So, more damage from the vamp dash and the turbocharge? Sounds pretty good to me. Definitely sounds good, although I had to drop my health by a lot, though. Yeah, we dropped about 400-ish health, which is not too bad. It's definitely workable. We can definitely work with it. Although I'm not really sure about the rest of this. Actually, weapon range probably would be better here. Just based on the fact that, well, actually, no, we could go to 85% chance of crit. I'd say that's better. I'll be honest. That sounds really good. That sounds really, really good. Just based on the fact that we have Scream. So, probably will end up working pretty well. But other than that, for the most part, I think what we need for Rabid Peach here, drop 1 HP, and then I think we can drop the... glide, or maybe we can also drop the HP a little bit more, but I'm going to drop the glide all the way down, so we can get this extra dash finally. Because the thing is having those extra dashes will come in handy for later, for sure, just because of the fact of, well, in general, the extra dashes, do quite a lot on their own. But that's not bad. Definitely not a bad few extra skills to have. But I definitely say we do need to be a little bit more careful now that we're a little less tanky than we normally are. But, based on that, we only have 3 more missions left for this world. Just because of the fact that we can't really do this guy And we can't do this one yet, I'm pretty sure. Just based on the fact that we're technically lower level. But I do think we definitely can go for this mission here, I think. We could try it. Dr. Vent's Oddities, I believe it was called. But honestly, another spark can definitely come in handy. And if it's good, like the Vamp Dash, maybe it'll end up being really, really good. I guess we'll find out, just because of the fact that, let's be honest here, once we find some really good sparks, we're definitely going to have a field day. Because so far, we're doing really good with them. Let's see here. Oh yes, they'll do nicely. They'll do nicely indeed, I guess. But Zephyr Star. Dr. Vance, the Alpine Rescue is here. Or at least, I hope so. Alpine Rescue. I'm not going to eat you, I swear. Liar. Be quiet. He's been isolated for too long. Shush. You were definitely gonna eat him. Why were you gonna eat him, though?
This scientist was obviously driven mad after too much time alone. We ought to try and help.
We could try. Sorry, what I meant to say was, there was a saboteur in my lab. Follow my assistant. He'll show you. Okay. We'll take a look. So we'll follow Zephyr Star in there. So your lab, you say? Anything else? The saboteur cut my power. Really? My assistant is waiting for you inside. He'll lead you to the saboteur. The sooner I can get back to playing creator and crossing boundaries that ought to never be crossed, the better. I guess that doesn't sound like a good thing, but sure, we can help you out. Yeah, we can definitely help you out, buddy. This way, but be careful. This is not going to be a breeze. If you say so. Well, there's definitely a Sonic thing, so let's open that up. Anything else in here that I want to take a look at? Doesn't look like it. So, let's go on in. So thank you, Zephyr. But let's make our way farther in, since apparently there's a saboteur in here that we need to find. What we're going to find? Good question. But discover what caused the power outage. So far, bunch of bomb-bombs. But no, obvious saboteurs that I could see. There's bomb-bomb over here. How does he move, actually? I'm curious. Looks like he kind of moves up and down a little bit. So there's not going to be much room to sneak behind him. If there is anything to sneak behind him with. Some coins. That's kind of worth it. Only thing is I don't think I can see him from this area. Very little, but kinda at the same time. As long as he turns around, we're good. Because these guys are level 10, we're level 16 now, so we don't need to worry about these guys anymore. For the most part. And also, bomb-bombs are quite easy to deal with in general, to be completely fair. There was something back there, actually. We should probably go back. Real quick. Oh, apparently he could see me from here. Let's just make our way into the pipe, because he more than likely can't chase us in here. Let's be honest there. Nice try, though. Nice try, though, for sure. Oh, let's get behind here, then. I thought he was going to be already over here, but he wasn't. What's hiding over here? Oh, the ladder that I completely forgot about. A little bit of a freebie back up here. Not bad to have some little shortcuts, though, for sure. Let's open up this Sonic panel over here. And let's go and find the saboteur that they're talking about. Don't see any, but doesn't mean that we won't find any. But there is a bunch of ways to, just go around these bomb-bombs, though. It's kind of funny. Well, I think we found our saboteur, the Dark Mess Puddle hiding over there. And also, it looks like Zephyr Star followed us in here. Wasn't expecting that, but I guess I should be expecting that based on the fact that all the sparks seem to have their own cutscenes, except for the ones that are in the secret zones. So I guess I should have been ready for him. But let's hear. I thought being a lab assistant would be glamorous, but it's quite terrifying. Yeah, I could have told you that one. Being a scientist assistant is never a cakewalk in any fantasy game. In real life, it's definitely a different thing, but yeah, definitely for the most part, but catch your breath. Oh, wait a minute. The stone mask-like things are back, it looks like. It's been a while since we've seen these. Also, a bomb just got pushed right into position of us being able to deal with it.
That dark mist barrier is made of highly concentrated dark mist energy. I believe it can only be damaged by using bombs. The stone mass at switch will activate it, creating gusts of wind that will propel the bombs against the barrier.
Okay. So bombs are going to be supplied to us from over here, and our job is to make sure they get over there. Okay, that's interesting. Very interesting. But so far it just looks like that top one's activated. Oh, but we have to activate them ourselves. Oh, I see it. There's little buttons on there. Okay, now this is odd. This is definitely odd. But I see what we need to do. Definitely push this one on, so we can start moving the stuff over, and also completely move that guy into like an area where we can see him too. So that little that frozen stooge or sea stooge is not going to get any freebies there. He definitely tried though. I can definitely say that one. But destroy the dark mess gate. I'm wondering how much HP it has. I'm wondering if that one is actually its HP or not. Because if it is, then all we have to do is just, get it over there. Okay, well, we need to wait for that to no longer be active. But first things first is always turbocharge. Definitely for sure. Let's wait for the gust of wind to come in again. Because the gust of wind is definitely going to move us in a way that we don't want to be moved if we let it. Okay, we should be safe enough to make our way probably about where we can dash would probably be good. Because then we can take full advantage of our vamp dash. As well as the fact that we can use our increased movement too. So dash you first, and then we'll press this button here to start moving the bomb, and hopefully get him into a position where he can help us out here. Oh, actually all of them are on now. Okay then, that's interesting. Honestly from here, it looks like we need to press this button next. Maybe. Oh wait, no, actually... No, this button turns on this area, so we don't need that one yet. But we do need to press this button to push it further. Okay. Well, based on that, the pipe moves us over here. We can turn that one on at least. And then it looks like we need to take a couple extra an extra turn to get over here, I think is what we need to do. Okay, I think we can work with that. We definitely need to get rid of you, though, before we go any further. Probably a waste of a dash there, but it might actually help us in... Nope, I can't jump over that. I was going to try and jump on over, but that does definitely not seem like it's going to work. But I think Rapid Peach might be able to actually... Yep, she can attack from here. That's not bad. But... who do we go for, though? I say go for this guy that's behind cover. I like that idea. So let's definitely get rid of you. No crit, though, sadly. But that was not too bad. And then obviously we're going to need to team jump here. And it looks like we need to make our way over there specifically. Okay, this shouldn't be too bad. I guess we'll find out here in a second. But we might get blasted while in here. Ooh, barely got out of that. I'm not even sure how. But we can put you to sleep, though. Which may actually be worth it. You know what? Go for it. Okay, I think we jump over here for a second, I think. And then figure out what we want to do here. Because I feel like we either can maybe knock out this guy already on our own. Yeah, we can. I just need to make sure we don't hit that guy. Because we do not want to wake him up right now. He definitely wants to be asleep. That's all I gotta say about that one. And then other than that... there's a couple options here. Definitely we can vault back over, though, I think. Just stay out of range of the other thing. And then hopefully get a bunch of crits here, because we have an 85% chance of critting. And we got rid of them perfect. Okay, not bad. Don't need to end me. But does the bomb attack me from here? That's the real question. He's just out of range. Okay, good. I was a little worried about that one. Okay, good. That's what I like to see. And actually, I might be able to kind of cheese his turn here, if I do this right. There we go. End her turn now. So let's see here. Because it might push him while the Bomb's moving. Nope. It waited specifically for it to end. Well, at least we tried. Although now we could supply ourselves with another Bomb. So I might take that. Although I just got pushed, and I don't want to be pushed, to be honest. So we need to move Rosalina, like, right now, before that happens. Okay, not bad. Let's wait for the Bombs to decide to move on over. Actually, that one didn't come down, did it? Where is he? Yeah, where is the Bomb? Oh, they're both down here now. I guess we just missed him. Okay, then. Cool. Well, first things first is, probably Rabbid Peach making her way on over, to be completely fair. Because she needs that extra little bit of movement, for sure. We could put you to sleep, but I'm not too sure about that one. I think we definitely want to make our way to the other side here. But first off first is definitely trying to do a decent amount of damage to you, and not letting you get away with anything. Because I do not need you to freeze me. Oh, but there's another guy over there. Not sure if I like that. But we could work with it. I think that what I can do here... Well, we can easily knock you out on our own. But I just want to see if we do dash you, it doesn't knock you out. So at least we know for sure there. The Sea Stooge is starting to make his way over. So that's definitely something we need to worry about as well. Rabbid Peach definitely needs to make her way to an area where she can help us out, for sure. So far so good. We're doing pretty good here. We can start trying to knock you out, I think. Since I think all we need to do now is just dash him once. And I think we get him without having to worry about anything else there. So, dash into you. We put you to sleep, which was not exactly what I was going for. But maybe we can work with that. Don't really want to do that either, to be honest. I think it's just safer to... I could maybe bash through this, but it makes that guy get closer to me, which I'm not really sure about, to be fair. We can help Rabbid Peach, though, or Rabbid Rosalina. I don't know why I said Peach, but yeah, we can definitely move Rabbid Rosalina into a safer zone, which might give us a little bit more options. Because I think what we want to do is definitely put these guys to sleep, because then we can kind of worry more about the Bombs instead of worrying about these guys, I think, is probably what I'm going to say is the best thing, but... Could drop Sky Rain on them. It's definitely an option, but I don't think it's required. We do a bunch of damage to you, though, which may actually be worth it. Or we could also do a bunch of damage with you. Curious. Very curious about that. If we move very far away, it might work. Only thing is there's a Sea Stooge behind us that'll kind of mess with it to the point where it might not work in the way that I want it to. But I think we can easily go for a big hit here. Because the thing is I think we were doing like 600 damage normally to the guy that was over here. And depending on how much we crit for, we actually might do enough on its own. Since 83 damage is our crit. So if we hit 12 times, it's about 800 damage on its own. And it could go up to 900. Only thing is that really how we want to do this? That's the real thing. And it may or may not work. That's the other portion of it. I say maybe dealing with the other enemies down here might be smarter. Because if we start dealing with them, we might be able to do something about them, at least. Because, let's be honest here, they're going to be on top of us in a second if we don't do it right. We're not in range of getting to any kind of button, though. So, can't really go with anything there. But we may just be able to use this glide to make sure we do get a position here soon. So, not bad. This can work. Just make sure we're kind of like here-ish, I think. And I think we're good there, I think. Just as long as, we play it safe, for sure. But let's see how this works. Don't know if it is gonna work. But it might. It definitely might. It's waiting for the gust of wind to end. We got a bomb on... Well, apparently he was in range. Surprisingly. I don't know how, but he literally walked pretty far. But okay. I didn't like the idea that I just got moved like that, but... not much we could do about that, to be honest. But at least we have the bomb-bombs coming in where we need them to be. And they will, push over to us, which is good. Okay, well, that bomb-bomb should start making its way over here. Yep, there it is. Maybe I can use that to my advantage. I'm not 100% about it, but it might work. Although I think we're not ready for another turbocharge, so we can't go for that. But we can, per se, set up a vamp dash. And maybe, just maybe, use this to our advantage. Because obviously, you do a dash into both of you, we pick up the bomb, we turn ourselves right on around, drop it right on top of them. So far, so good, it's working. Let's see here. We can maybe get rid of you, which we definitely can. Or do we want to get rid of you? I like the idea of making sure he's down. But I think we press the button now, I think. So I think that's what we do. We do a little bit of damage to your buddy, but I say we get over here and press this button, so the bomb-bomb's not on top of us anymore, because he'll start running at us in a second here. So make sure he's on and out of here is probably the smartest idea. And also it moved the Sea Stooge too, so maybe that'll end up working pretty well for us. Okay, not bad. We might... Well, actually, wait a minute. that was close. That was really close. Okay, that could have been much worse. We could maybe, for instance, I'm just making sure what's going on down there first, before we worry about it. Because we have a lot of enemies that we need to deal with down there. And I need to make sure that they're down for the count, before we start worrying about going down there. That enemy's so far away, we don't need to worry about him now. Although I probably could dash him. Yeah, I can dash him, so let's go for that. Make sure he's no longer chasing us. And then from there, honestly, it's kind of just up to chance on what ends up happening here. Because we need to make sure the Sea Stooges don't attack us, while also making sure the bomb-bomb's always moving. Okay, well that guy's down. That's not bad. We might be able to maybe do something here in a way that I'd like to do this. I say maybe, just maybe. We do a dash on you, but we wait for the wind first, obviously, because let's be honest here, the game's definitely gonna play a nice little game with me if I do that a different way, and barely made it through that wind. There we go. Okay, now that we're over here, let's press this button and start moving that. Okay, so Bomb-Bomb's now moved into a position where we need him to be, and he should be far enough to the point where it shouldn't affect us too much. Okay, next button's over here. Okay, so far so good. Well, I thought I had hit that button. Really? Okay then, I swear I hit that button, but apparently not. Okay then. Odd. Very odd, actually. Just based on the fact that I swear I hit that button. But apparently not. Well, maybe that's not a bad thing. Because what we can do here now is we can obviously go for you and do a little bit of extra damage to you. But at the same time, we need to make sure that we do the damage at the same time. Okay, well, Rabbid Rosalina might be able to do a little bit of something. So first off's first is definitely, well, actually getting in range of that guy first. That's definitely an option. Only thing is why am I not hitting him? Is it because of the range, or I swear we normally hit that guy. Huh? Wait a minute, now I'm confused. What's changed it? Okay. Odd. I swear we were normally able to hit him, but apparently not anymore. Okay then. Don't know what happened, but apparently something changed there. Well, maybe we don't have to worry about that. I think all we need to really do here is maybe along the lines of making sure we at least hit this guy, maybe? And then we don't have to really worry about edge, maybe. We might be able to work with that, the way that it is. And other than that, I think it's all up to what I want to go for. I think getting rid of the Sea Stooge over here might be a smart idea. Really, you survived. Not sure how you did, but apparently you did. Interesting. Very surprised on that one, just because of the fact that you probably shouldn't have, but it happened. Let's be honest here, it happened and it happened. But, Bob-Omb's trying to make his way over to me, which I don't like the idea of. But he ended up getting rid of his ally. Well, thanks. That ends up working for me. Because even if I get frostbitten here again, it doesn't really affect me too heavily. Although you moved Rabbid Peach in a spot that I really don't want to be in right now. So we need to instantly swap over here in a second, before that ends up pushing us and making us lose our turn. Because let's be honest here, the game will do it to us, if we're not careful. Okay, so Edge, we need to more than likely figure out what we want to do with you, buddy. Wait till the Bomb-Omb moves, because we had to wait for that whole entire movement there. Let's see here. Well, I have to go for him, so we lose our turn. But we're already frostbitten, so I guess it doesn't really matter. So, I guess we get frostbitten again. And honestly, from here, we figure out what to do with Rosalina. Because there's a couple options for sure. But the only thing is we can't really get to that button that we want to get to at the current moment, while also dealing with these enemies. Could definitely get rid of him, though. Because he's right on top of me. You know what? Definitely get rid of you. I don't want to be dealing with you and bouncing me around. Because we need to be able to move in the safest option available. And hopefully, just hopefully, should be... Well, I can almost press the button. But we're close enough, I think. That works. It works enough, I guess. And then I think we're going to turn Edge invisible. Because Edge is in a weird spot right now. So, probably about time we do the invisibility strat. But not bad. Not bad with that turn. Because Bomb-Ombs are going to stay in the position of the road there. So we don't need to really worry about them. Sea Stooge is the only thing where... Well, I was kind of hoping you wouldn't do that, but you did. A little unfortunate, but... Oof. Okay, well, we might as well turn into Peach right away. Press this button. Just make sure it's activated. Now we just need to deal with the back one over there, I think. And then I think we can easily... Will it blow up? No, it won't blow up as soon as it hits it, though. But we do have so many Bomb-Ombs already. So it may end up just working. But I do say... Maybe we could turbocharge here. We might be able to. It's not 100%, but we might be able to just do it. Kinda, but we need to use Rosalina for sure in order to do it. I was kind of hoping we didn't have to move Rosalina yet, because I was kind of figuring out Rabbid Peach's movement still. But I think we might be able to... I kind of don't want to move Rabbid Peach all the way over. I just want to be with Rosalina here, I think, for the time being. Because all we really need to worry about is Edge's motions to be able to get to where we need it to go. Okay, so far so good. We can definitely go for a burn attack here. Although the thing is we just used our turbocharge. So hopefully... Well, we got a crit on both. Not bad. Okay, let's get Rosalina onto the other side now. Because I think that's probably going to be a good thing. Probably dash you. Then I think definitely team jump off of Edge to get this last little motion here. And maybe, just maybe, give ourselves enough motion. Nope, can't get it all the way that I wanted, but we got a decent amount. Not bad. Other than that, I don't think we can really do much for Rabbid Peach here to get her closer. I think she's kind of stuck over here for the time being, which is a little unfortunate. But for the most part, I think that's probably the best we're going to get with this motion here. And then honestly, I think all we need to do now is just get Edge over there to do the dashes that we need. And they're all stacked up too, which is also good. So that might actually be pretty good for us. Although I don't like that the Bob-ombs are moving closer, to be honest. But maybe that'll be good. I guess we'll find out. It really depends on Rosalina's movement and Edge's, to be fair. And Vamp Dash isn't required in this motion here. But I definitely say Edge needs to be the first one to move, for sure. Just based on the fact that, well, obviously, we need to be able to do as much of a dash as possible to be able to, obviously, dash all these enemies. Let's start tossing these at this wall over here. Oh, it only had 1 HP. Oh, well, that works. And it looks like it's going to wait for the bombs to blow up on top of me. Ow. Did I just take 3 damage, or did that not count? I hope not. It looks like I did take the damage. A little bit of an oof there, but we did get the last little lore book for this place, so we ended up finding the final lore book. That's good to see, because I wasn't really sure where that was going to be. But cool. I'll take it. But down goes Dr. Vent's little oddities here.
It appears our mad scientist wasn't so paranoid after all. The dark mess puddle did indeed sabotage his lab.
It definitely did. And, you feeling better? Please forgive my behavior of earlier. I promise I have changed. I am eager to move on and return to my work. Good to hear.
We understand. Honestly, it's a relief too.
Just as soon as I clear my lab of spies. Out. Out, all of you. Out. Okay, well, we'll get on out of here then. You should probably get rid of those Bob-ombs too, buddy, to be completely fair. Don't be mad at him. He's been all alone out here for about 3 days. 3 days? That's not any reason.
3 days, that's it. You'd best come with us before he defrosts that thing or does something equally as horrible.
Yeah, let's probably get away from him. But Dr. Vent's frozen oddity, we got a little bit of extra experience from that, as well as the thing as well. So just like with the DJ Cheap Tuna guy, we got a lore book for him. So we ended up getting one for this Deep Vent, or Dr. Vent guy, which, you know, was a spark mission for both of them. So Dr. Vent, I'm unable to avoid thinking about Dr. Vent, a scientist we met, who was ill-advisedly using the hot air flowing from a mask-like aperture to unthaw a monstrous-looking rabbid encased in ice that he discovered in a cave. To call this ill-advised is an understatement. His assistant convinced us that his erratic behavior was caused by an extreme isolation. All 72 hours of it. But I didn't see anything in there. What do you talk about, frozen monstrosity? There's something in there, apparently. No, that's not terrifying. That's definitely not terrifying. So there's a giant rabbit monster in there. Thankfully, it's not coming out to get us, but let's be honest here. It probably could if it wanted to. But, honestly, I think we probably can't do all the missions today, based on what I wanted to do. But we can, more than likely, at least do this guy over here, for at least the Island of Darkmess. Because I feel like the gateway's going to be long, based on the last one. Because, remember, we had to deal with all those helmeted Goombas in the last gateway for the Sunrise one. So, let's be honest here, Bostrella's little challenge is definitely going to be probably pretty hard, I would think, when it comes to length of the mission. But probably difficulty's probably going to be about maybe where the armored Goombas were, because armored Goombas weren't too hard. It was just more of the idea of, like, catching all the enemies as quickly as possible. But, honestly, with that being said, we got one more mission to do for today. Make it go away. Make it go away. We'll definitely try, Mr. Rabbid. Hug, someone ought to do something about this. It's disgusting in that smell. It's got a smell to it? I honestly thought it wouldn't have a smell to it, honestly, but I guess it does. But Island of Darkmess. Let's get this mission done. But honestly, we have not done too bad with our missions today, honestly. We've definitely done quite a lot. And the fact that we got another spark is also pretty good. Probably should have checked what he did, to be fair. but maybe we won't need to worry about it, because at the current moment I kind of like our sparks, but we can take a look at them real quick, since we do have the option to. So let's see here. Zephyr Star. All weapon-based attacks are charged with gust super effects, and deal 120% damage. All super effects damaged is reduced by 20%. Heroes are not affected by gust super effects. Okay. So based on what it said about those splash, it said splash and gust were basically the same, because they bounce enemies. Although I don't think to the same extent. Maybe gust maybe blows enemies a little bit further away than a normal splash would. But the splash would be like, if you get hit again, you get bounced again and again and again. So, probably, I'm going to say probably what I said, but I could be wrong. I'm going to go for a quick heal, just so we can save the time on, well, not wasting one of our action points on healing with Rabid Peach here, on the first part of the turn. But let's check what we're dealing with. Bunch of lone wolves. There's only 6 enemies on map, so this shouldn't be too hard. Only thing is 3 of those enemies are lone wolves, and 1's a fire stooge, and 2 of them are missing, for the time being, which will probably spawn via a portal. Okay, doesn't look too hard. But the thing is we're quite far away from the enemies, so that's also a thing. So I guess we'll find out how this ends up working. But I think we might want to save our turbo charge, maybe, is what I'm going to say. Because I might be able to deal with the Fire Stooge on our own if we get in range. Nope, we didn't even get into range. Oof. Okay. Well, that answers that question. That definitely answers that one quite right away, honestly. But I think what we can do about that is maybe we can break through his cover, at least. Well, not like that. But we can definitely get ready for it. I think maybe setting up Stormblade for the Fire Stooge, just in case if he decides to dash into me. Because these enemies can dash. So if they decide to come any closer, we catch them off guard. Although, not a lot of options at the current moment. But we can wait our turn. And then maybe figure out what the portals are going to be here in a second. Because the Lone Wolves are definitely going to villain sight, it looks like. Oh, there was a fire... Well, that was the same Fire Stooge, just looked weird. I was about to say. Okay, well... Not bad with the first turn there. Although... Probably Rabid Peach can tank this, actually. You know what? We're going to tank the damage we take from this here in a second. Oh! Well, it didn't get hit there. I'm surprised about that one. Well, I still want to tank it. So, please hit me there real quick. 536 damage, ouch. Okay, we need to get hit by both of them, though. Thankfully, you only get hit by... Wow, you hit me with 2 crits in a row. I'm kind of surprised about that one, just in general, to be completely fair. But, ow. Just ow in general. That's all I gotta say about that. But, get over here, probably. Because then we can easily get rid of you. We can put everybody to sleep now, actually, which may actually be a better idea before we do anything. But definitely set up turbocharge, because 50% damage is 50% damage. And then obviously put everybody to sleep for a couple turns. Or 1 turn, but they don't get to do anything at the end of this turn, so let's be honest, it's still technically a couple turns in a way. Okay, not bad. And now I think we make our way over. I think we can easily get to this guy. Just barely, of course, but it's still something. Let's be honest there. It's still something. But there we go. We got enough to get over to this side. Let's definitely go for Vamp Dash now, because we should be able to do just enough damage to knock out this guy. Barely. Almost got him. But that's still good, though, nonetheless. Okay, well, thing is... There's a couple options still available. Can Rabid Peach jump over? No, she can't. Well, at least we figured that one out. So, I'm going to definitely say we get rid of one of these guys, for sure. So, let's get a triple troll ready for one of the lone wolves before he starts moving. And I think we might be able to with Rabid Rosalina here. Yep, we can definitely get rid of him. Let's get rid of him now, just in case. There we go. Not bad. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. And honestly, from here, we could, per se, turn invisible and just wait our turn. just because the fact that things are going to start spawning out of that portal here in a second, and it doesn't really matter what they end up deciding to do, because, well, they're not going to go for me. So we're completely safe. And also, I think while we're unseen, I think we can actually move without actually being, like, shot at, which might actually do us some good, actually, to be completely fair. So let's see. We can definitely try it, because Edge is full health right now, so might as well see. Yep, they cannot see me. That works perfectly for me. Okay, then. We definitely dash into you. You're still activating your hero sight, but we get rid of a good chunk of your guys' HP, and then that actually may not even be a problem anymore, just because of the fact that you're both going down here in a second, because I'm going to make sure of it. And also, we might actually crit you too. Yep, we critted him. And just like that, one villain sight out of the way. Although our blade broke on impact with the thing over there. Not sure how I feel about that one. But we should be safe to do another team jump over here. We'll take a little bit of a hit, but I'm going to heal that off, I think. Just because, let's be honest, you're still pretty safe for the most part. And also, we can get pretty safe into a position anyways in general. Okay, not bad. Then I think all we need to do right here is maybe jump off a Rabbid Peach and maybe put the other guy to sleep, because then he can't do anything on his turn. So, honestly, probably not a bad idea. Although I think maybe putting you to sleep first might be a better idea, to be fair. And also we can burn you. You know what? Burn him first, just because we have the option. And then, if he doesn't run out of position, maybe we can use that to our advantage. But he ran into a position where... oh, well, we actually got rid of both of them. I was actually thinking that he was going to live with, maybe 1 HP, but nope, he survived. He definitely survived. And ended up working out perfectly well for him. But, with that being said, I think that's more than likely our last mission for today. So what we'll do, just because of the fact that, well, we can get it out of the way, is what I'm going to say, is we can head over here, and we can see how much progression we've done, because now we can buy all those items and stuff, and that'll actually give us a better idea of how much left of this place is actually really, left to do. Because there's obviously two coins attached to missions that are higher level, for sure. But, honestly, for the most part, I'm going to say we're pretty close. But definitely get both these potions. The potions are really, really good. There's no reason to pass them up. Peach doesn't really have a skin yet, so we'll buy her one just because. But we still have 3 items left here, which is not bad, per se. But we're definitely getting closer in progression. There's no way around that. Yeah, 88%. There's areas where we can't get to without the ability of a special, ability we don't have activated yet. So, not bad. Not bad at all, honestly. So, in essence, we could at least do both of these levels in tomorrow's episode. Or next episode, as I should be saying. And, honestly, I think we can head over to our next world, I think, after that. So we may be heading into Palette Prime in the next episode. I'll double think about this one. I'm not sure if we're ready for that, but we'll try it. We'll definitely try it. There's no reason not to. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching today's episode. It's been a blast hanging out with you guys. It always is. And with that being said, thank you all for watching. Keep being spooky, and peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.